Am I the only one who kind of would dig living in an apartment with no doors and just a TV and a computer, and you could never leave and no one can ever come in?
Oh, it's closed. In my mind, that was like an open...
No, just like I don't think we're social
doors
animals.
or windows.
I'm like incredulous. I don't believe this. It doesn't make any sense. Like, explain road rage to me if we're social animals. Explain to me why nobody likes to even see a line of people when they go to the grocery store.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 7, Episode 15.
It's the second half of Trino and the end of the day. Day
That's
3.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna continue exploring Trino and talking to Dr. Tot, learn a lot about this world and what's going on politically. We're gonna cut back over to the scene in Burmecia, meet up with Zidane and the gang before we have a surprise ending for the day. It's the end of Day 3.
We get tired and decide to stop.
It happens sometimes.
Unceremoniously.
And let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Where we left off.
They had found out that Dr. Tot had the Super Soft, and they were going to go meet him at his house later to get it back.
Yeah, Dr. Tot was like, come back and meet me at my tower where you'll... And we had seen the tower when we were exploring the town. So we're Dagger, and we're going to go find Dr. Tot. So we're back at the tower that we weren't able to get in before, but it's like a spiral staircase around a bunch of wide open arches that you could just step through.
You could easily break into this house.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Tot.
Where is he running off to? You could break in, but then you'd probably slip
Dark
and
Souls
fall
house.
and die off of a ledge.
Princess, thank you for coming. Welcome to my humble abode.
So we find Dr. Tot, and in the top of this tower, he has a giant globe that's made out of wood that has like a ladder that you can go up and climb into it.
There's like a catwalk all the way around the outside of the thing.
This is your home?
I traveled quite far in search of a sponsor for my research after I departed Alexandria. I finally found one here in Trino. You have grown into a fine young woman. I am pleased to see you again.
Dr. Tot, you look quite well.
Ah, Master Steiner, you are escorting the princess?
Yes, sir. I deeply regret my earlier actions.
Still a straight arrow, aren't you? I'm sure you had your reasons, but I won't ask why. The Super Soft is in the box right there. Please take it.
Don't mind if I do. Receive the super soft. Have you no manners? Thank the good doctor.
It's quite alright, Master Steiner.
Now I can save my bro.
So he gives Marcus the Super Soft, and then they start checking out his globe.
Yeah, Dagger's really curious about this giant thing he has in his office.
I mean, it's massive. It's like 15 feet tall. It's huge.
Master Tot, is this Gaia?
Yes, it is a globe of our planet Gaia.
Wow, look at it. It looks like it's broken.
Instead of New Age, he's the library bookish version of
Bookenhagen.
Bookenhagen, yeah.
Yes, it is a globe of our planet Gaia. I remember your lesson.
Oh, I remember your lessons.
You remember the ramblings of an old fool. This is fake. It's a flat.
I
it's
make
a
it
disc.
up.
So while Dr. Tot is remembering, we flash back to a time when he was in the castle and Dagger was but a little girl.
Yeah, and he was like her tutor, and they're in the library. He's walking around like thinking to himself about heavy ancient shit.
Two phrases are commonly found in documents more than 500 years old. One is jewel, the other is summon a tribe.
Oh, shit.
But 500 years ago, the phrases mysteriously vanished from history. The archaeologist Friedrich Asch theorized that jewel refers to the pendant passed down to the ruler of Alexandria. But the pendant, it is much too small to be referring to the same jewel.
You know what else is a type of jewel? Garnets.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe that's what they're referencing.
I think it's all just tied up. In Final Fantasy, they love to make everything the same word. Like, everything is just one thing. It's all the orb or the crystal or the jewel, the garnet. It runs fractal
through the total of the game.
Other research suggests a relationship between eidolons and magical stones.
It's becoming Christoph Waltz.
I think this is the first time they've brought up eidolons at all.
We've seen them in the menu.
Yeah,
because we know,
they're in the menu.
She can access them, but they're grayed out.
This is another one of those things that I think needed to be seeded earlier.
Somebody
would have
mentioning
done a lot.
eidolons would have been helpful.
Or, another continent, the old eidolon ways, something.
Why do they change the name of these summons in every game? Like, there were espers, and then there's icons, and there's eidolons. They're always looking for a new variation on that. What the hell?
Maybe that's just like, maybe each new director of the games, like, gets it tattooed on their back or something, and they all
I'm
have,
sure
like,
that's it.
a different power word.
Yeah.
Dr. Todd. Oh, that's baby Garnet, or child Garnet.
because this is when...
Princess!
Yeah. Will you reading big books again?
Ha ha ha, I've already read every book in this library. What the fuck?
I've driven him insane.
Yeah,
he's off to see his
crazy
mother.
now. I have to go see my mother now.
Dr. Todd should have left the part where he lied to a kid about reading every book in a library out of his memory
He
flashback.
didn't do that.
There's no way
he's read all the books. And he's like, she'll believe it. Tell her,
exactly.
Whatever.
But I think better when I'm surrounded by old books.
Really? I don't like books.
You are a person of dignity. It is imperative that you study hard.
This explains the origin of how Garnet read books. How she had read all those books at the beginning?
She was talking about it all the time.
Oh, but I was quite taken by that book you gave me. What was it called? It was...
Was it I Want to Be Your Canary by Lord Avon?
Oh, yes, that's the one. Oh, so... this is a book I like after all.
My.
What's this, Dr. Todd?
That is a globe of Gaia. It's a model of our planet.
A Gaia globe. I never knew our castle was shaped like a sphere.
Ha ha ha. We live on the surface, princess.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, the stars. They inspired the theories relating stones and eidolons.
Oh, yeah.
That is why... Oh, I'm sorry. I was lost in thought again.
It's okay. Where is my room on this globe?
Oh, your room is much too small to point out on this globe.
What about the castle?
That I can do.
Oh, and Uncle Sid.
We flash forward and they're standing like inside of the globe. There's this little room that has like a map of something on the inside, and then there's like a telescope coming down. So you can like look out at the stars from inside of the world, I guess.
And then you would pull your eye off of the telescope and be able to see the world map on the inside of the walls.
On the inside of the world, like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
How the credits were like, whatever.
On the inside,
you get it. It's inverted from how the
They're
world
inside
really
the globe, and there's a map
Hollow
on the
Earth.
inside.
I wish there was an underground. I wish that's what this was indicating, is that there was a hollow.
That would be fun, but no underground in this game,
No.
unfortunately.
How long has it been? It's 8 years?
Time passes quickly, but I haven't changed. I continue to collect and research these items.
Is she going like, your globe has gotten so big?
I keep adding layers to the globe.
Where did you find this globe? Yeah.
It's an antique. It's broken, as you can see, but I use it as an observation deck. Ironic, isn't it? Looking up at the sky from inside of a globe.
It is funny that this is like Bookenhagen's planetarium, except like with no fancy magic tech. It's broken. It's just like a fucking husk with paintings on the walls.
He's just a hobbyist intellectual.
Yeah. It sure
is.
Princess, I don't mean to meddle in your affairs, but I am on your side now and forever. Please tell me if there's anything I can do. Dr. Todd.
So we cut to outside the globe.
Yeah, and it's like some time has passed as Dagger filled him in on all the happenings.
Dr. Tott's now on board with helping her.
Yeah, he's decided to back the monarch-to-be, not the one who's gone crazy. And
Smart move.
Yeah, being on the right side of history here, Dr. Tott. No matter what kind of awful things you've done for the queen, all is forgiven.
Dagger barely knows about what he's done.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. So the Queen's forces have already grown quite powerful. Okay then, it may be dangerous, but I shall see to it that you reach Alexandria. How? I had an old transportation device remodeled in the case of such an emergency. This way, please.
So Dr. Tott has a secret exit that he's going to help us use.
To help them get out of the city to Alexandria. I guess this is the benefit of being a princess. Everything goes your way. You're like, we got to steal the super stuff. Nah, I know the guy.
Yeah, she has like the natural luck of
How
a
are we
princess.
going to get out of the city? Oh, I know the best, most secret way.
Yeah.
Just like keeps unfolding in front of her.
We can finally return to Alexandria.
I'm coming with you.
What? Why?
We can reach Blank more easily from Alexandria.
Yes, come with us, Marcus. Okay, Steiner. Let's go save Blank and restore my mother to her former self.
So Marcus is going to come along.
Yeah, and Dagger naively still thinks she's gonna, like, save her mother or something, as though she's not just doing this because she wants to.
I guess she hasn't talked to her in a while.
Yeah.
So she needs to have the conversation. You know, do her the due diligence of
her
talking
goal
it
right
through.
now is to go, stop her, and in her mind that means, like, restoring her to sanity.
Please be equipped for battle. There are monsters underground. Please take the ladder inside the hold down when you're ready.
Okay.
So we go down Dr. Tott's little tunnel,
Dr. Tott's Wild Ride.
and we find ourselves descending a ladder down to a large cylindrical room.
It's got like a marble floor that almost has like a compass rose on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It really has the feel of an old-timey train station. Like
Yeah,
the color scheme and
underground.
everything. It's like light olive green,
Yeah.
like tile next to maroon.
Like the kind of thing you feel like you would see in Grand Central Station
Yeah.
or the Titanic.
Like, I know that even, why am I naming other train stations that look like this? Who gives a shit? It's got a train station vibe, and that's intentional. This
Yeah.
is like the ruins of like an ancient transportation system or something
It's
like
like
that.
a subway system where the train cars are old monsters.
Are giant bugs.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
The title of the area we're entering pops up. Gargan Roo. R-O-O. Is a roo a thing? Is that like a tunnel system or something?
I mean, I bet it is. They always end up using all these actual words that none of us know because they're
Right.
so dated and stuff that, like, they were reading some, like, like fucking demonology text or something, and it probably means like route or road or something.
I just looked up roo definition.
Well, I got kangaroo.
Exactly. Me
There's
too.
gotta be
Me too.
roo.
Roo is also slang for an idiot, fool, or clumsy person. Bloody hell, you're a roo.
Well, R-U-E is
Well,
a street.
it's not
French.
spelled that way.
It's not
No.
R-U.
Well, you can also rue the day,
Well,
but
yeah.
like,
I don't think a roo is anything. I think it's a fun name they came up for this kind of a place.
we're in the Gargan Roo.
You know what a roo is? It's a tunnel systems that Gargants use
That the
to
Gargant
transport
uses.
people from kingdom to kingdom underground quickly and efficiently.
Gargan Roo.
Gargan Roo.
Gargan Roo.
This is
This is Gargan Roo, an ancient travel route between Trino and Alexandria.
why was this thing built under a tower?
Actually, Gargan Roo was in use long before even the invention of airships.
We built the tower on top of
The
it.
tower was built on top of the disguised tunnel.
Disused.
Disused, but it looks fairly new. I convinced Mr. Bishop to keep this place intact. I haven't used it since it was remodeled, mind you. We must first activate the tunnel connection sequence and call the Gargant
The
inside.
Gargant?
Let's see. Where was the sequence trigger?
What's a Gargant?
I don't know.
So, all we have to do is find the sequence trigger. Princess,
Maybe I remember this.
let us find it.
If it's what I think it is, it's super cool.
So we've got to find the sequence trigger.
Yeah, this is like the entrance to a quirk dungeon. You
Right.
might be able to tell from the music, and there's a Moogle at the front.
Quirky dungeon music. We're now in control of Dagger, and she walks up to this Moogle.
Hello, do I have mail for you?
Give Mochos a letter.
Thank you for delivering the letter from Nanza, Kupo.
Grimo in Southgate's Bowden Station sent me a letter saying that he feels sad when he sees Mary in love. But I think he feels that way because Grimo himself is in love, Kupo. Am I right?
I think so.
I agree. I also know that Nanza is in love with Grimo.
I want mail too. Why don't you write a letter and maybe you'll get one back?
Yeah, you gotta write mail to get mail. When I was at camp, they really had to incentivize you to write home to your parents. And once a week, they would have this thing where, like, during rest hour, if you went and wrote a letter, they would give you a piece of candy. And that was the only time anybody ever wrote letters, was to get candy. And one time my brother wrote a letter that said, "Dear Mom, it's Thursday."
Oh my god.
And she received that letter.
Oh my god.
She opened up a piece of mail that she got. She saw it was from her son who was away at camp.
Dear Mom, it's Thursday. Oh my god.
Anyway, we should institute some kind of candy-based incentive system for the Moogles. Dear Stiltskin, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. I keep getting these pointless letters.
Like, the mail sucks.
We're running around finding treasures and flipping switches trying to activate the
Gargan.
the transportation system.
Imagine if Magnet was flooded by Democratic campaigns fundraising emails. Mog, this is your last chance.
Yeah.
Right now in the Senate, Joe Manchin is doing something wrong.
Magoo, they're gonna come for you and your family. Oh, new enemies. Look at this guy.
Yeah, this flying giant bug monster.
Yeah, we're fighting a big praying mantis in flight mode. He hovers, like, you know, right in front of us.
The color on him makes him look like he is a shed exoskeleton that's still alive.
He's a flying enemy. You think kill birds would work on this flying bug?
Why does his weapon suck so bad?
Because we haven't put anything on.
Was I supposed to?
Are we talking about Marcus? Probably. I mean, he's been with us for a while now.
So this dungeon is mostly made up of like ancient train platforms that you kind of gotta go and check around, and you're looking for like these switches.
Above this one, carved into the wall, it says feed.
Yeah.
Wait, did I
don't know. Nothing happened. That says feed on it, though. We're in a dungeon. Dun, 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 dun. Bom, 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 bom.
So the feed lever isn't working yet.
Yeah, but you walk around to like the other side of the platform and Dr. Todd is there, and there's like a chain pull lever that he's going to explain some things that make no sense and then ask Garnet to pull it.
Yeah.
Ah yes, this is it. This is where we carve the Gargant inside.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Gargan Roo Trino station is shaped like a circle. When you pull on that lever, Gargant circles around the station continuously.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Better to shows and tell, Princess. Will you pull that lever over there?
I mean, everything is called Gargan.
What is it?
Whoa. Holy shit.
Out of the darkness from down in the tunnel, a giant bug the size of a subway car emerges, and it's hanging on to this big tree root that's traveling along the top of the tunnel. It's like hanging from it, and from that, it's got a little carriage that hangs even lower.
Yeah, it's got like a hot air balloon basket that hangs from its back.
Did they figure out the way to use, like, living gondolas?
Yeah. What's that?
Perfect timing. That is a Gargant, a giant insect that pulls this trolley.
You could have said that.
Next we must hold the Gargant.
Halt the Gargant. Halt the Gargan.
Where was the lever?
It's over here.
Ah, get it.
By the feed. Yes, that's the one. The Gargan should stop when you pull the lever.
So now we pull the feed lever to halt the Gargant.
Ooh.
a mechanism brings like some food over and puts it in front of the Gargan, and it stops him, so he stops to eat, and then you can get in the carriage.
What is in the...
There's like a pickle.
Okay.
There's like food.
Please hurry. It will resume once it's finished eating.
You have to hop on while it's eating.
Are you sure it won't keep going around in circles?
It won't. It will reverse the connection sequence and let the garnet out of the station. Please look after the Princess Master Steiner.
Of course.
So they found these bugs that will walk in a straight line no matter what, and they were like, if we put one on a circle.
We can if we put it on a track.
The princess is bright, but she is still young and naive. I'm concerned about her safety. Please, make your own decision on the matter at hand and protect her.
I am but a humble knight. I cannot exceed my authority.
Is that an honest answer? You may endanger the princess if you keep telling yourself that.
If only Dr. Tot knew how much he had already endangered her.
Well, this is great because it's like someone finally saying to him in a way he kind of understands, you're about to enter like a moral gray area, and like you need to have the princess's back no matter what. Whatever your authority is, you can disregard that.
Right.
You can,
Because
etc.
you know that this is the right path.
Yeah, exactly.
I shall take note of your counsel.
Fare you well, princess.
Staying clear of the finishing eating bug.
So we all get on the Gargan, and Dr. Tot's left on the platform, and he's like got to quickly hit some switches to allow us out of the station.
Yeah, he pulls the lever again, and it like changes the track so the Gargant like runs back out of the hole it came in from.
I must hurry. I just pulled the lever.
He doesn't even know how this shit works.
Be safe, princess.
Maybe it worked.
Finally, we can reach Alexandria now.
Can't even see Trino anymore.
I love the fin on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, that probably really stabilizes this
Yeah.
thing a lot.
I wonder how long it's going to take. I never dreamed of going home in a vehicle like this.
Yeah, why would you? Dr. Tot remains a unique character. What's wrong?
Suddenly, the Gargant screeches to a halt. He's like freaking out about something ahead.
It's hesitating.
Was it scared?
Monster.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure.
Princess. Oh, are we just above the ground?
Yeah, we all hop off of the Gargant. The ground is kind of misty, but it seems like we're basically standing in a subway tunnel.
Yeah.
And a giant snake attacks us.
Well, it's like a worm. It's like a big tapeworm.
Yeah, this thing looks gross.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Could this be the reason?
Maybe we need to clear the road with a boss fight.
Cool looking worm.
Dugga, 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 dugga. That is a really cool looking worm.
Looks like it has a gas mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say his face is made out of gas
Ready
mask.
for the rave.
He's ready to
Go to like a goth rave.
or like enter the enemy trenches in World War I and kill everybody who's not already dead.
And this is a pretty challenging boss fight.
Marcus is dead. Armor break. The sword art is online. Who's in trance? Dagger. It's weird that they call it trance when everybody loved Limit Break as a name.
Well, I'm sure he was like, you're supposed to change it every game. Like, you know, have a different thing.
Yeah. These elements are supposed to change. It's the other elements that are supposed to
Well,
not.
it's like you just change the name and you make it work a little differently.
Yeah. See, we once called them desperation attacks, and nobody knew they existed. And then we made them into something real. We called them the Limit Break. And then, what was it called in 8?
I think it was a limit break.
Limit still, yeah.
You know, we haven't talked that much about the trances and how they compare to like limit breaks and stuff. And it is kind of the great thing about the limit break was that you could choose when to enable it.
Yeah.
And the fact that the trance just happens kind of out of your control is definitely not as good.
A lot of the trances aren't great. It doesn't really bother me, though, because limit breaks suck in almost all of the games. Like in 8, it was awful.
But it was great in
Like
7.
you have to be almost dead to use it.
I know, I just wish it would work the way it does in 7.
I know. I think they should just make it that way in every one of them. In 12, I've been playing some of that. It's like so uninspired. Everyone's is like the same thing.
I
It's
don't
like
even remember.
you go into this like black zone. It's called the quickening, and you like hit buttons or something. It does a ton of damage.
I forgot
but
about all
it's
that
like,
stuff, yeah.
Oh shit, she's dead. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Fuck you!
The devil's kiss. Goodbye, dagger.
God, fuck you so bad. No, fuck you!
And then you beat it enough for it to decide to escape.
Yeah, I was having a hard time keeping everyone up, but luckily this is just a fight you just have to survive for a little bit.
It slithers away.
I'm running away! Shit. You deserve to win that fight. Maybe you'll fight it again.
So one boss fight later, we get off the Gargan to the station, presumably beneath Alexandria Castle.
We're finally here.
I think the Gargan is tired too.
I never knew such a place existed in Alexandria.
Where are we? Let's keep moving.
Is the Gargan gonna go like sleep in a little tunnel hole? Train hole?
We walk out of the Gargant station and we're in a Dark Souls castle. It's like the ruins of an older castle, and they extend like we're out on a stone walkway that's just hanging in the air above like a bottomless pit, and the walls on the sides of the pit are all like castle, like it's carved statues and arches, and it just goes down into the darkness. And up ahead there's staircases going up.
And we find ourselves on a little platform between staircases.
Is this really Alexandria?
Well, it must be.
How do we get out?
Well, this way.
Princess, let's make haste. Wait, Steiner, I know this place. Dr. Tot told me about this place. My ancestors built this place to keep enemies from invading. Dr. Tot also said...
Princess, we can hear your stories later. God, this guy sucks. The stale air cannot be good for us.
Hey, we gotta save Blank. Right, we need to hurry. Let's go, Steiner. Uh-oh.
All of a sudden, a wall of bars appears, stopping us.
As we're trying to walk forward, it shoots up ahead of us.
See, this is what I was talking about. You, what kind of trick is this?
I didn't do anything, don't blame me.
You really didn't do anything?
You don't believe me?
And then as we turn to go back the other way, another wall of bars appears.
Look, we missed our chance to escape.
And some people with some very familiar diction start talking to us from
two
above
motherfuckers.
us on the wall.
They fell for it. Fell for it.
They did. Thorn! I am Steiner, captain of the Knights Pluto. I have returned.
Retoined.
Let us out at once.
Too bad it is.
You're all under arrest. Thorn, I've returned to Alexandria to speak with my mother. Take me to my mother. Yes, we will take you to Queen Bran, whether you like it or not.
Capture Princess Garnet. Queen Branny said. Ordered us, she did. Yoda like we speak.
Man, after many failed attempts to try to recapture the princess using the black waltzes and all sorts of stuff, they finally pulled it off.
By having her come back.
Yeah, and fall into their hands easily.
They probably could have just let her keep going and go to her mother on her own.
Not even get involved.
Not even worry about it.
Bring you to where you want to go already, we will.
Lies, what? What's going on?
Steiner... Dude, he's starting to piss me off.
He's gonna have to have a moment. Wow, okay.
So we cut back over to Zidane, Freya, Vivi, and Kina. They're in the palace room in Burmecia where it's still raining, having just been left behind by Kuja and
The Queen
and Beatrix.
And Beatrix.
This was the end of disc 1. It was a while ago now.
Yeah, we were catching up with the princess, and I guess all of that with the princess was happening simultaneous with all of this.
But Kuja was in those scenes. She saw Kuja at the auction house. So that has to be after
that was
us,
after.
right?
Yeah, no, that was after he left Burmecia.
Right?
This is so confusing.
So now we're flashing back to earlier than whenever that was with Dagger.
Yeah, there is some the way that these like split narratives are handled. There's some timeline wonkiness to this.
I mean, it's all active time. The
It's
time
almost,
is so active you can't even believe it.
It's almost like they shouldn't have cut away from this moment yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. It's not important.
We're in the palace room. We got those characters.
Yeah, we're back here.
We're back here. This is like where
Can you stand, Freya? Yeah.
It is nothing.
It is nothing. It is nothing. I
Oh,
was just
yeah. You're doing kind of a
like a
cowboy kind of
having trouble reading the lines off of the script.
like. I don't have the good enough glasses to see the words. Take it easy, okay? How about you, Vivi?
Yeah, I'm alright.
So what now, people? They said they were going to Cleyra.
We have no choice. We must go to Cleyra too.
I knew you'd say that. You coming, Vivi?
Do you think we'll learn more about those black mages if we go to Cleyra?
Yeah, I'd say we'd learn a lot about them. As long as we follow Bronny and that Kuja guy.
Then I'm with you. Cleyra. Sound yummy. I go with you.
Oh, and what about the princess? I'd never forget about her. She might not be here in Burmecia, but I know we'll find her soon. Well, let's move out.
So it's decided. We're gonna follow the bad guys to Cleyra. But how will they get past the sandstorm?
Some say it lies in the desert west of Burmecia, but I know not whether we can enter the town itself.
Lighten up a little. We'll figure it out when we get there. It's probably gonna be a tornado we can't enter. Little do they as characters know they've already been there.
Oh, Dagger, where could you be?
Where could you be?
So we're back on the world map as Zidane.
Yep.
Stepped out of Burmecia, and our chocobo's here.
Save. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dee. Are you dead from some fight that happened, like, forever ago? Like, should you 10?
Probably. Here, you want to take over? I gotta go to the bathroom. Sure. Take this off for a second.
Ding 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 ding. And we still don't have any more chocographs. There's Gizmaluke's grotto. Gizmaluke.
So you head back over to that big tornado we saw earlier.
Ding a ding a ding a ding 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 ding. Boop 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 boop. See, I already came over here and I got the chocobo from over here. Ding 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 ding. Bing 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing.
So I was kind of trying to kill a little time before going into the tornado because you're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I got impatient and I enter it anyway. And I remember this because it's like a cool cutscene that I can never show you until right now.
Right now,
you get to see it.
Cleyra's trunk. Wait, is it a tree? The tempest subsides by the gods. Come on, let's go while we can. Indeed, let us press on.
And yeah, as I enter, I guess the wind subsides just enough, like the Red Sea parting, for us to enter.
Yeah, we're like looking down on them in this terrible wasteland landscape. It's like all dust with some dead, just like trees sticking up out of it as sand just blows past.
Must hurry, must find yummy yummies. Did it die down like just enough to let us in? Like it was, whoa.
And inside the tornado is a very calm giant tree with a palace on top of it, and this insane shot happens.
Shit, I should have waited for Ryan to get out of the bathroom. Oh my god!
It starts by looking at the top of the tree, and then like the camera shoots down and looks up at it, and it's like sunlight is flowing through the tree branches, and there's just a huge trunk and then a mass of roots that we're gonna follow to like enter the city.
Yeah, there's like a walkway going up over the roots. It's a real classic Square Enix like tree of life kind of thing.
And I guess you enter the tree through this little doorway in the trunk of it.
Yeah, there's like a walkway carved into the trunk going up.
Yeah, it just led us through the wall of wind, I guess. Wow. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Ryan. He's got to at least see this, but like, oh my god, it's too bad he missed that shot. Oh, and Haley's camera's dead. I walked into, Haley, wait. I walked into the tornado. It was like, the tempest subsides, and like it like let us through, just barely, and then we walked through, and there was like a reveal of the craziest tree ever, and it pulled down, and this is like the roots of the tree, and you can see like the trunk, and it was like, you've entered the trunk.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was gonna happen. I go to the bathroom too.
So we take a short break from the game, which I think turns into a pretty long break, because I think by the end of this, we're like, do we really want to keep going?
Yeah. Well, we made it to a good stopping point,
Yeah.
to be fair. We're about to start the next thing, but, you know, some days you're just not feeling like playing and, more importantly, reading.
Reading.
I think that's a major thing.
a
That
lot
if you're feeling a little tired,
You don't want to do all those voices.
the reading aloud and the voices,
So-
whatever. I don't need to make an excuse.
Look, you're
I
in
didn't
the
want
kitchen.
to play anymore today.
You're in the kitchen with Haley.
What's up, Haley?
Haley, what's up?
We should finish these pickles so that these cucumbers don't go to waste.
Yeah, I want a pickle. I was looking for a snack that wasn't candy.
Pickles, a snack that's not candy.
Oh yeah, I had grown a few cucumbers, and we wanted to like cut them up and put them in some brine.
Yeah, well, you had like leftover brine from pickles you were done with.
The Bubby's
and
pickles.
I was like, let's just toss these cucumbers in there, see if they turn out just as good.
The new slogan for pickles. You're gonna put the cucumbers in?
You want to?
Might as well.
Do you want to make them spicy? Should we make spicy pickles, or should we just make them normal?
How spicy?
If we just added a chili pepper in, I don't know how spicy it would be.
Oh, if I just went and got
if you
a
put
chili
it,
pepper?
yeah, but we can just make them normal.
Let me go
They'll
get
turn
it.
out
No,
good.
I'm just gonna get a chili pepper and drop it in. It doesn't need to do anything other than just be in the jar.
Yeah, it'll make it very spicy.
Haley, come pee.
Now there'll be signature pickles from your house, not just the same.
Not just Bubby's. Using cucumbers that I've grown.
Yeah, exactly.
Haley, come on. Man, I'm tired today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to go all night. Oh,
I was thinking about maybe, but I can go for a while longer. I'm loving it.
no. There's too many in here. We need to take some out.
Well, maybe I should just eat this.
Yeah.
It's really good. This is going to make for a really good pickle.
I think it's going to be great. Leave that for about a week. Maybe longer since there's so much in there.
Right, but put it somewhere cool and dark.
Oh man, before the end of this season, we're gonna be eating those pickles.
Yeah, up there is perfect.
Yeah. Here, try a piece of this. Crunchy and fresh.
Yeah, just a little bit of salt. All right, we made pickles. That was unexpected.
Yeah, really unexpected. I'm just going to have an espresso. Well, if we're actually not feeling going super late tonight and we do want to go tomorrow, we could stop and I can offload.
I love that you're like, I'm just going to make a coffee and suggest that we stop. I'm going to need some energy to lay this on you.
I'm just fucking tired today. Let's at least go to the next save point.
Oh, cool. The sandstorm. They had mastered the PlayStation 1. Oh,
Let me just-
Haley.
So I step out of Cleyra back onto the world map just to save and end the night.
Unexpected early ending. You got to listen to your body.
That's what this season's theme is. Listening to your body.
I'll save right here and we know we're going to walk in.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get that awesome intro cutscene, though, that you'll only see when we edit it.
Yeah, I think
It's too bad you missed it, because you're only going to see it many more times.
I'm only going to see it like 1,000 times before we're done. But yeah, I mean, if tomorrow we could plan to try to run the batteries down.
Yeah, no, I think we can
that
at
would be
least
fun.
do that. I'm just wanting to do a sleepover night soon.
I am too. Maybe this
Maybe
weekend.
Friday, maybe
the
this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how it
That would
plays
feel
out.
more right anyway, right? Like doing it on a Friday night and then Saturday.
Well, what is Friday to us? It's what
I
we
have
make
a
it.
weekend. Like I go
It's what we
home
make
and
it.
I get to.
I know. We could do that on Wednesdays and Thursdays if we felt like it. Like, we could make our weekend at any time.
Yeah, if you want to completely untether yourself from reality and
Look.
lose your mind, like the guy I know who lives by the river, who's like, I'm way out in the time warp, man.
And anybody who you're trying to make plans with will never be available when you want to, and they'll always be available when
the
you're
other
busy.
day.
All right.
I feel good about that.
Yeah.
That was a fun session.
Yeah, it wound up not being the long one, but we will do long ones.
Look, I also want to say, because we might actually use this audio, I was thinking the other day about how when we started this, we really were at like the very end of when you could call yourself young.
Oh,
Like, and since we began, it's like, I can't stay up late, man. Like,
I know,
I'm fucked.
dude,
like, I'm aging by the day at
I
this
know.
point. Anyway, I was just reflecting on how we've actually captured enough of our lives in transition that,
Yeah.
like, I'm a different person
physically than when we started this.
Yeah.
And when we started, I was just like, yeah, let's fucking just play all night.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, it gets to be around 8, and I'm like...
It's like, we gotta plan this if we're gonna do this. That's great. All right. Good
Tomorrow
day.
morning, we'll keep going.
And that's episode 15.
The end of a day.
Day 3's end.
We're finally back with Zidane and Co. Gonna go into the big rat tree.
Yeah.
See the other half how the other half of Rat World lives. Great episode. I love the Gargan. I think that's one of the cooler modes of transport in any Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the Gargan is fun. The timeline is a little confusing, but we're back in Burmecia. And this next Cleyra part is gonna fucking be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just loading in day 4. Oh man, I think day 4 is the first day that we like lost audio.
Oh god damn it. Oh man, we're entering the area where we're not gonna have footage. That is gonna suck.
Yeah, there's a chunk
my
of
God.
this where we lost the gameplay's footage, which we'll elucidate as we hit it.
Pretty
but,
significant
like,
chunk.
we fix it eventually. It won't be too bad. There's only one chunk that we replay for no reason.
Look, when you're capturing gameplay footage, you're reliant on hardware that comes faulty. And we just fucking get fucked a couple times and lose a ton of footage.
Because that's tomorrow in general. Like, we're going to be dealing with that over the course of months in this show. But next week, at the start of day 4, that's when we took the cameras and went to the supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also excited to see, because I remember, like, this morning, we were under so much stress in general that the morning included us, like, having a miscommunication that made us, like, frustrated about food in this way that was kind of...
dude. Oh, yeah.
I'm interested to see how it plays out, but, like, I'm not proud of how I was that morning. So that'll be fun to go see.
Yeah.
Because I had the whole thing with, like, wanting to do that potato recipe and stuff, and it was like, well, what's breakfast gonna be? And it was just a fucking nightmare for both of us.
Yeah, you had this fixation that we were gonna make potatoes, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't answer my question
doesn't
about what we're gonna eat.
Put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach, if you will.
Anyway.
So that's gonna be fun.
So great.
That's gonna be really fun. But before we go, we gotta play that Moogle flute and see if we've got any letters out of the ether.
Colin the Abomination Four-Legged Moogle. I don't know. It's just Haley. We're just dressing up the dog. That's the bit every time. I don't have anything else to say about it.
With a little Moogle thing. Haley, come here. Bring me the message. Come here. Yes. Perfect.
Haley doesn't want to do whatever.
Come here. Good girl. Oh, you're a good girl.
One of these days, she's gonna just bound over, all excited.
Yeah, all excited.
Instead, it's really this, like, have I done my duty? Can I
Like,
go
what
back
is
now?
this?
What
Yeah.
am I? Anyway, she's laid down and yawning. Okay. This message is from Julian Husky. Hey everyone, I got this message because I wanted to share with you one of my favorite games of all time, Lost Odyssey. The world is at the dawn of the magic industrial revolution. Nations are in an arms race to capitalize on advancements in technology that will change warfare forever. Lieutenant Kame Argonar has been in the Uran military for as long as he can remember, which admittedly isn't very long at all. When he emerges unscathed from a calamity that decimated an entire battlefield, he must uncover the mystery of his lost memories, as well as his immortality. The game is written by father of Final Fantasy Hironobu Sakaguchi and Japanese best-selling novelist Kiyoshi Shigematsu, with a masterful soundtrack from veteran composer Nobuo Uematsu, featuring a cast of enjoyable characters who are almost all over the age of 25, for once. They didn't hire 17-year-olds to do military stuff. The combat iterates on the classic turn-based RPG system in a way that adds plenty of depth and customization. The game suffered from poor advertisement, a lack of brand recognition, and Xbox 360 exclusivity when it was both the poorest-selling console in Japan and the console that JRPG fans were least likely to buy. It's a Final Fantasy game in all but name. Of course, no one is under any obligation to play it, but I would lose my absolute mind if it ended up as a Twitch stream or unedited bonus content. Overall, it is well worth a play for any JRPG RPG fans. So that's Julian Husky. Thank you so much, Julian.
I don't even know if I knew of that somehow, because that's like exactly the team that I would play any game.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we even played Fantasia.
Yeah, we played the first part. Yeah,
right, we still got to play Fantasia Part 2.
I would totally check that out. That might happen sometime.
Lost Odyssey could totally be one of the bonus things. We
really,
can't promise
really
that right
great.
now, but
I
that
bet a lot of
does seem
people
awesome.
listening are very interested too.
And yeah, Julian just wanted to get that message just to promote that game.
That's
like Julian was like, I'm not involved in the game. I just think it's amazing.
That's a huge value add. Thank you. The show just got better.
Someday, you may have just like called into a future reality that may
There's going to be like a whole community
exist.
around the game now. Yeah, that might happen now. I don't think we have that kind of power.
No. It's just we might play it.
Yeah.
Someday. Thank you, Julian. If you're interested in a Magnet, they're just $25 a piece. Just email Haley at nocappodcast@gmail.com with the subject line Magnet, and we will do the payment through PayPal, and you tell us what you want me to say, and we say it.
Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters.
Yes,
your
thank
support makes the show possible and drives us to continue doing this crazy endeavor.
If you're interested in joining the ranks, seeing the video version, getting a free shirt or a mug, getting the episodes on Monday and the bonus stuff,
all the bonus content,
that's at patreon.com/nocat.
The show is a unreasonable amount of work to produce, but we love doing it. So thank you so much for supporting us through this endeavor.
Buy our merch on Etsy.
Etsy.
Great way to support us. Search NoCat or No One Can Know About This on Etsy. You'll find our page. T-shirts and mugs.
Etsy
and I put stickers in all of the things. Bonus stickers.
You get
in
some
all the,
stickers for all you sticker heads.
For sticker heads. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend about the show.
And rate and review us wherever you can find a place on the internet to do such.
Yeah, you would think by now that there would be very popular mainstream podcast review sites and aggregators, but those don't seem to exist in the way that they did. We're not they're like this Game Fan magazine, for instance.
Yeah,
you'd think there would be a
Fan magazine,
and we could have you write in to have us be the sausage of the week.
Yeah,
but
we should
there's
have a
nothing
sausage
like
of the
that
week.
exists. So, thank you so much for your support.
Dessert time.
It's time for dessert.
Man, that hard drive is really fucking cranking.
Really going.
This project is so big it has to be done on an external spinning hard drive disk that makes the old bloops and blips. Is there some kind of computer dessert?
I was trying to think of one.
Mint chip ice cream, but the chips are microchips?
Yeah, I mean that.
And the
that's
mint
cute.
is mint mobile.
The Mint Mobile ice cream. Here it is.
The Mint Mobile computer chip ice cream. Mint chip.
2.0. I've been watching this candy company on YouTube called Hershey's Hershey's.
This is way too.
I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, called Nabisco. They make cookies.
They're called Hercules.
Hercules.
Most candy-ass candy is all like the same thing. It's like a taffy.
Now, when you say candy-ass candy, are you calling it candy-ass or finish what you were saying?
I can't control it. Feels sort of dangerous to eat.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I'm getting pedantic. I believe that if you're making like a Snickers bar, for instance, you're technically a chocolatier. Not a candy maker. Candy is all like the sugar base.
You can't be called a candy man, you're a chocolatier.
No, this is all based on absolutely fucking nothing other than like my instincts around the context clues of all the candy talk I've been hearing.
You know about Chocolate by the Bald Man?
Huh?
You know about Chocolate by the Bald Man? It's a restaurant in New York. Rachel used to be a waitress at.
Is it all chocolate?
It's like got a bunch of fancy stuff, but it's actually got like a bunch of food too, I think.